What's poppin' T Squad? It is your girl Keisha, and I am here today with Love and Marriage DC star Ashley Brittney Silva. Ashley, please say hi to the T Squad.
Hey T Squad.
You look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're on vacation, aren't you?
I am. I've been on vacation for like 2 weeks. I need to go home.
I wish. I wish. Yeah. But let's get started with this. So can you please let us know, where did you grow up?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a Baltimore girl all the way through. I'm a West Side Baltimore girl. I lived there until I was, in my 20s. So I'm a Baltimore girl through and through. That's my hood.
Okay. So what was it like growing up there?
It was fun. It was, it was what I thought my normal was until The Wire came out. And everybody would be like, is The Wire real? Are you from where The Wire's at? And I was like, oh yeah, it is like
that. The Wire was my show. So describe yourself for me in 5 words.
Ooh, 5 words. Okay. Sarcastic. Opinionated.
Okay.
Fun. Giving. Creative.
Okay, that is a eclectic bunch of words.
That's me. That's how I am. I'm a lot.
What would you say would be your greatest strength and weakness?
Ooh, so my greatest strengths are that I am a really empathic person. So I often try to see things from everybody's point of view, and I often play devil's advocate. Even if I don't agree with it, I'm like, okay, I can see why you might feel like this. So I think that that's a huge strength. My biggest weakness is, shit. I do have a bit of a temper, and that has gotten in my way a lot of times. So that's probably my biggest weakness.
Does it get in your way on the show?
It doesn't get in my way, but it comes out on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, she speaks out.
Okay. What would you say would be your greatest accomplishment?
Oh, so I am releasing a self-rediscovery book. It should be out. I'm thinking we're pushing for June. And finishing that has been like a huge accomplishment because it's something that I started many, many years ago, and I kept putting it to the side, and I was like, I kept doubting myself about it, and getting it done, getting the editor. Like once I got an editor, I was like, oh, I'm like for real. I'm like an author. Like, so that's a huge accomplishment.
And I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a critically acclaimed author myself.
Oh, okay, critically acclaimed.
Yeah, my name is Keisha Irvin. If you don't know, I've had over 20-something books. I just released my first film, Paper Heart. You can watch it on Tubi or whatever. So yeah, if you ever need any advice, I'm here. So along with being a reality star, I saw that you have a podcast called Fun Time Moms and an online accessory and fashion boutique called Fashion Ashton, which is named after your gorgeous daughter. And like you just said, you're writing your first book. Which business of yours would you say would be the one that you're most passionate about?
Fun Time Moms. Since I was a little girl, my family, my mom would always say, like, how do you know all this stuff? Like, I just would know entertainment, I would know people's business. And that's something I've always, my entire life that I've loved. I've loved entertainment. I love broadcasting. And one of my biggest dreams was always to have like a talk show. So I love just being able to talk, about everything, anything, especially bringing it with motherhood. Because I feel like people try to put moms in a box and try to make you feel like you're supposed to be one way. Yep. And it's not always like that. And I love that on Fun Time Moms, we get to show women that you can still be fun, you can still be sexy, you can still hang out with your girlfriends and be a great mom. Like the two can coexist. So Fun Time Moms is my biggest passion project.
And where can they catch that at, and what day of the week? Or
we have new episodes every Monday on Fun Time Moms, and it's on all major platforms: Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, everywhere. Or you can go to our website, funtimemoms.com.
Okay, we're gonna check that out. So you are married to DJ Quick Silva. Tell us how you two first met.
Oh, we met a really, really long time ago. It was 2002.
Oh, yeah, that
So
is good.
yeah, 20 years ago. He was a DJ at a club in Baltimore, and one of my guy friends, who I was really close to at the time, was his open up DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he needed me to drop him off to work or something, so I dropped him off, and I had to wait for him. And I was
Oh,
being quick, and I was like, "Oh, he cute," and that's that.
what was
But no,
so?
that is not like that's that because we weren't seriously dating for years after that.
Oh, okay. So, what was your first impression of him outside of being cute?
Yeah, I mean, personality wise, he didn't really give me a lot in the beginning, you know.
Okay.
So we were friendly or whatever for years. But once I got to know him, like just seeing like how hardworking he was, like how dedicated he was, like that was such, you know, I feel like I started to learn so much from him after we
Mhm.
started being really open with each other on a friendship level. And that is probably my biggest attraction to him, like just how hardworking he is.
Okay, that's what's up. How did you know he was the one?
How did I know he was the one? You know, when I was about, I think I was 19, and we like stopped talking for like 2 years. And I was like, you know what? When I'm 21, you gonna want me to be your wife, and I'm gonna like moved on and all that stuff. And that's almost what happened. Like
Mhm.
I think I moved in with him about 3 months before my 21st birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been with him, you know, I feel like all my life.
Yeah, y'all
So
grew up together pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I had a moment where I felt like he was the one, but he's
Mhm.
always been like, I hate when girls are like, oh, my boyfriend's my best friend, my husband's my best friend.
Yeah.
But he's like my dog, like, you
Yeah.
know, and I knew I always wanted him to be in my life.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet. So, did your family approve of the relationship?
No, not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. My mom has a story that she loves to tell about chasing him with a knife or something. I cannot deny or confirm that that is true. But what is so crazy is my mother, I mean, he's her favorite child now. Like, you know, when me
Mhm.
and my sister are around, it's like we don't exist.
Wow,
It's like all about Chris all the time.
that's crazy. So, how did he propose? What was that like?
Oh my gosh, our proposal was terrible. It was terrible. He had broke his shoulder
Oh Lord.
about 2 or 3 days before playing football with his nephew. And then the day that he was proposing, I heard him on the phone, like at the restaurant. You know how they'll ask, like, "Oh, is there anything special?" I
Yeah.
heard him saying, like, "I'm proposing."
Oh Lord.
Right.
So you like,
So, you
yes,
know, we
sir.
get there, I know it's coming or whatever, but because his shoulder was broke, he didn't feel comfortable like getting down on one knee because he
Uh-huh.
wasn't like lift himself back up. So he like lit the ring box across the table.
Wow. So
Yes, it was so unromantic.
did you even fake like you didn't know?
I did. I tried to fake like I didn't, but I think I told him that same day, like, I heard you on the phone.
So how long have you two been married?
We have been married for 13 years.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Yeah, we've been married for 13 years now.
Okay. What piece of advice would you give your newly married self back then?
Advice for my newly married self would to be to know that you guys are going to change, that you guys are going to evolve, that the people that you are today, you won't be in 2 years or 5 years, and definitely not in 13 years. Like you're going to change and evolve, and it's up to you if you change and evolve together.
Yep.
You know? And it won't always be at the same pace either, and that's fine.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, it sure won't. So what would you say would be the most challenging time during your relationship?
One of the most challenging times in our relationship, because we've had a bunch. Probably, so we had our son, and then we moved about an hour and a half away from where we live, which is not super far, but it is when you have a new baby, you don't have family and friends around. So that was really challenging for me. I was really young. I was 22 when I had my son, and it was just a lot you know, being a new mom and being alone. My husband was working like all kind of crazy hours. So that was a really challenging thing for us. And that went on for years and years and years. And I was in school at the time and I had to like drop out. So all of that was super challenging. I kept having, I had to like put him and my kids first. And then I like lost myself.
Yeah, and that happens a lot as a mother, because you give and invest so much into your children and your relationship, and then with them being gone all the time, it's kind of like you feel like you're a single mama and you're not. It's a lot.
I say that all the time. I will always say like I'm a single married mom.
That's a new one. I ain't never heard of that. How was your relationship strengthened by that experience?
You know, we almost ain't make it, honestly. And then when my daughter came, that pregnancy was a shock. Mm-hmm. We were like, we one and done. Like, well, so when I found out I was pregnant again, I was like, I didn't even know how that happened. Like, I was like, but you know, after she was born, it was just like our family became like super whole again. Mm-hmm. I think that he realized like God did need help. I think a lot of times because as moms, we do everything that people don't see. Yeah. Once I got some, you know, having 2 young kids at the time, I was like, okay, now I can't do this. Now I can't do everything. Yeah. And once he was able to see like, okay, how much I actually did do, it was like, okay, let me help you out. Let me, you know, be there more for you. Because at first I felt like he felt like I was just complaining. It's like, you know, what you doing all day with a baby? Yeah.
Like they literally think you just sitting around eating bonbons, watching the Jenny Jones show. Like, no.
I remember I left him at home one day with both the kids, and when I came home, I mean, it probably was like 2-3 hours. And when I came home, like you would have thought he had been like through World War II or something. And I was like, there you see.
How do you and your husband deal with conflict?
I am better with conflict than my husband is. I want to talk about everything all the time. I don't care if you're angry, we can talk about it. If you're not angry, we can talk about it. My husband, he emotionally like kind of shuts down and he thinks right all the time. Yeah. So that's really difficult. Somebody who thinks they're right, they want to get out what they want to get out, and then that's like, okay, that's it, I'm right. And like most of the time, he's very wrong.
Yeah, because I like to talk things out right then and there and get it over with. Yep. I hate letting stuff linger. It just makes everything uncomfortable and it's awkward and don't nobody got time for that.
Me too. So I think he's gotten used to my way of dealing with stuff, and it's better because like just shutting it down, like you said, it's going to harbor. And now one of us is going to bring it up 6 months from now, and it's like, what? Like that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, so that's how I deal with conflict. Like let's talk about it now. Let's get it out in the open. But one thing about us is that we joke a lot, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we always end conflict like making a joke or like, you know, saying something silly so that we like end on a laugh.
Yeah, and that's what one of the things that I want in a relationship is somebody that I can laugh and joke with and be myself. Yep. I feel like that really is one of the things that helps sustain a relationship through time. If you're like besties and friends and like we can be the homies together, like that's, you need that in a relationship. So do you think what it means to be a good wife has changed over the time you've been together?
My idea of what I thought being a good wife is, so when we were married, no, in a way, actually no, I think my idea of what being a good wife is still the same. I feel like being a good wife is being someone who does take care of your home. And that means in every aspect, being, you know, supportive of your spouse, being supportive of your children. But at the beginning of our marriage, I felt like that was the only thing that I was contributing to our house and our family. And now I'm like, okay, my husband can wash some clothes. Like he can, he can pop the pizza in the microwave. You know, it'll be okay. What I think now more so being a good wife, being a good mom is being a good Ashley. And because I had years when I wasn't good to myself. Mm-hmm. And once that started eating away at me, I was no good to anybody. Mm-hmm. So being good to yourself first, and then trying to be a good mom, and then trying to be a good wife, that's where I am now.
Yeah, because if you aren't right, the house ain't right, the kids ain't right, your husband ain't right. Yep. You got to invest in yourself, because you'll wake up, the kids is gone, your husband's still thriving in his career, and you just sitting there like, where did the time go? Yeah. So I'm happy that you figured that out and started working on that. That's good. So what has been the best part of marriage so far?
It really is just having that person that's like down for you and has your back all the time. Like I could be dead ass wrong, and he's like that meme, like that's your man. Yep, and I'm standing beside him. So I mean, that's one of my favorite parts about our relationship. It's like I'm gonna cuss you out when we get home and tell you about yourself on the ride home, but in public, I'm like, yep, he did that, he said that.
Mm-hmm. What would you say are the pros and cons of being married to such a high profile DJ and radio host?
I don't know really much about pros. Like, I mean, like the free shit. Sometimes that's a pro. Like,
okay,
you can go to like a lot of stuff for free and get invited and stuff, so that's fine. But the cons are people swear they know you, and they swear they know your business, and they swear like that if they get a glimpse shot of your life, then they know everything about you. That's the biggest con, and it's like I've read stuff about him and about myself and about our family, and I'm like, oh, please tell me more, because I never knew this about myself.
Right. Oh,
and just, like they're literally telling you like, no, this is who you are. This is how you are. I'm like, okay.
Social media is crazy, and just people are crazy in general, but just waiting until the show starts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to get 10 times worse.
Lord, yeah. Yep. And I'm trying to physically, like mentally prepare myself for that now.
Yes, please do. So what is your husband's best and worst quality?
Okay, my husband's worst qualities are my husband is not emotional. He is not super emotional, and I am very emotional. So sometimes he's like, "You want me to cry like you?" I'm like, "No, but I want something like get teary-eyed, pretend like I don't know." So yeah, that for me is like just grinds my gears. His best quality is like I said before, my husband is like, we're never going to want for anything. Like I'll never be hungry. I'll never like be without, like, you know, when you think of like a protector and a provider and things like that, like my husband is that. Like he will go out and kill a cow if that's how we got to eat. Like he go figure it out.
Now your husband is the one that owns the Gentleman's Club, correct? Mm-hmm. Has that ever had a negative effect on your relationship?
No, when we first opened, we weren't a strip club.
Oh.
We opened in 2017, and I was super involved when we first opened. We opened up as like, you know, a regular nightclub. I was super involved. I like did all of our creative stuff. I designed all the costumes for all the girls, things like that. When the pandemic happened, we shut down for about a year. And then when we opened back up, it was like, okay, like we've been shut down for a year. We lost all this money. How can we like hurry make this money back? And it was like, we did have our adult entertainment license. So it was like, it just made sense to flip the format into that. In all honesty, I have not been there since we've been a strip club.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I have not been down there.
Girl, you better get down there.
For what? Like, strip club is not my thing. But like, it's weird because I think people would think I would be like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, whatever. But our relationship is so, I don't want to be like, oh, I super trust in me. Like, I don't have to ever worry about anything. But it's just like, if I feel like I got to go check up on you at work, like, we maybe should not be together.
Yeah, I agree. I was meaning though, like just go to see how everything is flowing and going.
Yeah, our ass and titties, and he posted something on the story last night. I was like, oh, okay. This was going down at Club Downtown tonight.
How did you feel when your husband had made headlines a few years back for the whole ambushing the co-host situation? I actually had listened to the audio or whatever, and I saw that you had called in and you got them together. What was going through your mind when all of that happened?
When I heard it, I was just so confused because it was just so different from how their show ever is. So I was upset. You know, I didn't like that. I felt like at that time I thought Danny was being attacked, and I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. Danny's somebody who we invited to our house. We hung out with her. Our kids who came around our daughter. Like, I was just like, that's not cool to do this to her. Like in any situation. That's how I felt when it was on the radio, when I was listening with everybody else. I later found out that shit was fake, and I cussed Danny ass out. Exactly. See, no, but nobody really cares about that. Like, Quick got so much backlash after it, and Danny played a great victim. And then I found out that shit was fake. She knew it was fake. She told the girl that was on, like, bring it. And they can't talk about it because they had to sign an NDA, but I didn't.
Girl, shut your mouth. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and so from that experience, like my husband didn't feel like it was a big deal. I remember him coming home and him just being like, I was still like fuming at him. Like I'm still yelling at him when he walked through the door. And he's like, calm down. It's okay. Danny was in on it. She knew what was going down. And I was like, no, she didn't, whatever. And then I like started thinking, I was like, with Quit, you went live on the station's page. I was like, that don't make sense. Like little stuff just started just not making sense. And then, you know, I called her and she was like, I mean, yeah, but my feelings got hurt. So her feelings really did get hurt during the process. And I guess she felt like it had got taken too far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lord. Okay. So in your opinion, what role do you feel friends and family should play in a marriage?
Oof. That's a tough one. I feel like I'm there now with a friend that's going through something in her marriage, and I'm just like, I don't really know what to say. Like, I have so many thoughts, I have so many opinions, but it's like, what do I really say to her? You know, I feel like let them talk.
Yeah.
You know, let them talk, let them give you everything that they want to give you, and then be there for them. Mm-hmm. If they ask you for your opinion, what I've had to learn to do is say, all right, you asking me for my opinion, right? Because I got a lot of shit to say. And then, you know, and then try to be as honest as possible without being hurtful. Yeah. You know, recently someone called me like brutally honest. And I was like, I hate the brutal with it. You know, because I feel brutal is like, I'm trying to attack you. I'm trying to be mean. Yeah. And that's not the thing, especially if somebody I love. Like if I don't fuck with you, and then I'll be brutally honest with you. But not like a friend or family member, I don't want to hurt you. I love you. But I also want you to like open your eyes to whatever is going on. Yeah. So if I know that you're in a bad situation, and like I said, now you've come to me and you want my opinion, I feel like it's my obligation to give that to you. Yeah, because sometimes people need to hear the blunt, honest truth and not going all around the Morberry. Right. This is what it is. Whatever you decide, I'm gonna be here regardless, but this is what I see, you know, and I don't feel anything wrong with that. But I always tell my girlfriends when they call me with something like, do you want me to just listen and be a listening ear, or do you want my advice? Because you go either way. What do you do when you're going through a period where you don't feel that loving in your relationship? Because I've been there. I've had times in my relationship where I told you, my husband is not really emotional. Mm-hmm. And during those times, it's been really hurtful, especially because, like I said, I am a person who feels so much. I feel everything, and I feel like I overly give so much emotion to others because I felt like I wasn't getting that back. That shit is hard, you know. Like I said, there were times in my marriage when I felt like, oh, we're not gonna make it if you can't give me what it is that I need. Like we won't make it. And probably around our 10-year mark, I feel like we had one of those times and I was like, okay, look, I need to be doted over. I need this. I need blah, blah, blah. And you got to do it. And it did become an ultimatum because it was like, I've been telling you this for 15 years. And it's like, you hear me and, you know, when I said maybe for a day or two, you know, you do it and then it just trails off again. It's like, no, I need this to be a part of our relationship. This is what I need in return to you. And you don't get to tell me, well, that's just not how I am. No, I wasn't made or born to get up and cook and clean either, but you got to clean yours. So yes, you know, we gotta give and take. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that's where we are now. Is both of us. Like my husband know, like I'm not about to be scrubbing the walls and stuff, but you're not coming home to no dirty house either. Right. So I need that same thing in return. Exactly. So how do you and your hubby keep the romance and the fun going after all these years? We are super fun, just in general, you know, with him being in entertainment, that's our life. So we always say we live life for a living. You know, we just like to have a good time with each other, like with other people. Like it's literally like my brand is like Fun Time Moms because I need fun. Like I hate being bored. But to keep like things spicy in our relationship, my husband's favorite thing to say, like when he's at a party, a DJ, and he's like shouting out like birthdays, he'll be like, where the Scorpios at? We're both Scorpios. Mm-hmm. And he'd be like, whatever you heard about Scorpios, Believe that shit. So, we try to keep it spicy. I'm like, you can't be out here on the mic talking about, Scorpios this and this and that. That shit ain't happening in our bedroom. So I'm like, all right, I gotta do this.
What song or movie title would you say describes your marriage best?
So funny because that question kind of comes up on the show at some point.
Really? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, the song that I would say for us is John Legend's "All of Me."
Oh, okay.
And it's such a beautiful song, but the words, like, what would I do without your smart mouth? It's like, oh, that's me. He's talking about my smart mouth. He's talking about me cursing him out. But that's really how we are. I mean, I feel like, some people, like, I'll be talking about husband. I mean, and sometimes it's literally like I said, so that's my girl, but like, not my girl, it's my dude. And I'll be like, sometimes, and bitch, she was like, blah, 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 blah. And like, that's just how I talk to him. And some people will look at us like, girl, don't be talking to your husband like that. But like, that's just how we are.
I don't believe in sugarcoat nothing. You two have 2 children, like you said. Can you tell us a little bit about them and their personalities?
Yes. So Antonio. He's our oldest. He's going to be 15 this year.
Ooh, Lord.
He's taller than me, which is so stressful because he's still my little baby. His nickname has been Smooth, or some variation of Smooth, since he was born, and now he's like, like when we introduce him, I'm like, oh, this Smooth, and he's like, no, you need to tell him my name Antonio. I'm like, who the fuck is Antonio? He's getting into, he's feeling himself. He won't work out, every day now. And then it's like, he's still my little baby, but like he's turning into this little man. And I mean, it's just crazy to see. He's so smart. He's always been like, he was in like 3rd grade with like a 10th grade reading level, 12th grade math level. I always say he's the smartest person I know. I can't help him with anything at this point. Like, don't come to me with homework help. I don't fucking know. If you don't know, I damn sure don't know. But he's like cool, laid back, chill. He won't background. And then Ashton, that's my baby, that's my bestie, that's my, she's like she thinks she's a real life princess. I mean, and she is. She's so sweet, but she's sassy too. Like, and she got, before she would be so nice, and I would just be like, oh my God, like, how did you get like this nice? Like, where did you get this from? But now she'll say stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, Ash Jr. Okay, I get it now. All right, they didn't give me the wrong baby.
Yeah, because I have a son. He's 22. He literally just walked in from work, and it just seems like time just went by so fast. He got a beard now, and I'm just looking like, you was my baby at one point. But he's still like my best friend. Like, we are close as ever. So I understand that boy-mom relationship. So will they be featured on the show?
They will be. And Ashton's sassy mouth. I feel like a few times I looked at her like, girl, you about to get popped.
Oh, that's right. Because they're on camera. Yes, they will.
Yeah, but they'll be on there for sure. And then I have a fur baby, Bruno. I cannot leave him out.
Okay.
He's my pandemic fur baby. And I had a dog a long, long time ago. And I was like, I'm never getting another dog again. I don't want no dog. It's too much. I am obsessed with that thing. Like, I was home for one day, and I literally went and got him, made him sleep with me. Like, I'm obsessed with him.
So had you watched Love and Marriage Huntsville before joining the show?
So I had heard about it. I hadn't watched it. My mom watches it. So when we originally started like our interview process, I was like, all right, let me see what's up with this. And I was like, oh shit. Oh, we not. I was like, I can't get y'all what they give me y'all. I was like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a bit much. But so I started watching it, and then once they called us and was like, okay, you guys are getting picked up. You guys are going to come back on right after. So I think they had just stopped season 3 when we were told we were going to start filming. So I was like, all right, let me watch that season. And I was just like, all right, like, I mean, that show is so. They're so interesting. The fact that I didn't even know Huntsville, Alabama existed.
I didn't either.
Like,
no, I didn't.
I do I feel like they are honest and, they give their real selves. And sometimes, our real life is hurtful and it's painful and it's drama and it's messy, and they give you all of that.
Yeah. So how did the opportunity to be on the show come about?
So Carlos and Monique Samuels, they have been in contact about, her doing a show. And she, had a bad experience over at Housewives, So she was like, she wasn't really down for trying to do like another ensemble cast show. She was like, no, I'm not really for it. And he was like, okay, well, what if you have a hand in like helping pick the couples?
Okay.
So, Monique and I have known each other for about 3-4 years now. I've done a few events for her. She's been on like our podcast. So she called me and she was like, would you do it? And I was like, all right, let me look at the show. And I looked at it. I was like, I don't know about this. If somebody pop up with a dead baby on me, everybody's gone. The show is
that's right.
Because we ain't gonna have no cast members left if everybody knew. So yeah, I was like, but I was just like, I was like, all right, we'll do it. And we talked to Carlos and he loved us. And he called me, I think it was the day, my birthday's October 23rd, October 25th. I got a call saying, all right, we start filming in January. And it was like, oh, okay.
So are you guys still filming or are you done?
We literally just wrapped up. We just wrapped filming. That's why I've been on vacation.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
Okay.
Yes. So what was the initial thing that made you decide to like do the show? Like, okay, this is it.
So the honest answer is my business. I'm like, there is no bigger platform, than being on national television, seeing millions of people being in their pocket, like promoting your brand, them seeing you, their followers. And I know that the answer probably should be like, I want people to see that Black love.
No.
And I do, but I feel like my Black love and your Black love might not be the same thing. But, our business is the number one reason why I decided to do this. And then secondly is like for Black love, for us, for our relationship, I think that there is such this stigma of, somebody being married to a DJ or working in clubs and things like that. And it's like we don't really deal with any of that nonsense. Like I go out when I want to, I speak to everybody, I see everybody knows me. Like I don't ever feel disrespected. So it's like things that you might feel like are crazy. I don't really, it doesn't bother me and it doesn't bother him and vice versa. So I do want that. I feel like from what I've seen, I haven't seen a couple quite like us yet.
Okay. And I think that that's a good reason to join the show. You can Candy Burris it because, she uses the platform to the extreme and it has paved the way for a lot of her businesses. So I think that is a genius thing to do.
I mean, you think of these women who, Nene, we didn't know her from Adam and Eve, and they took this and made it into a full-fledged career.
Yeah. And
so I feel like if you're going into this, go and this is a business. I mean, it is a job, essentially. You can make a check for it. So this is a job. Go into it with those intentions.
Yeah, and so many opportunities are going to come your way as soon as the show starts. Trust and believe. So get ready. How did your family and friends react to you joining the show?
So my mom was so excited. She keeps saying, and I'm not, that she's going to change her Instagram name to the real Mama Kim. She was like, all right, girl. Every show gotta like have a mama. I was like, you ain't even bringing it. I was like, you ain't even bringing it like these other TV moms be bringing it, girl. So my mom was excited. Ashton, our daughter, was excited. At first, Antonio was like, he didn't want to film at all, and I was like, okay, I respect that if he didn't want to. My sister is like more low key. She was kind of like, I don't really want to film either. My best friend films with us a lot. Like my closest circle. I did have a few people did have apprehensions because it's like they saw Huntsville, they're like, this shit a little messy. Like, well, don't we want to be, involved with this? We got jobs, we got other shit going on. So, but for the most part, they film a little. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, you honestly do have to be very cautious with that because as soon as the show airs, when I tell you, people gonna start following your cousins, your mama, and everybody trying to get into your business.
Right. So it's a lot. It's like, Quick and I signed up for this. Like y'all did it, and I can't force y'all to be on something, or I have to respect their wishes.
Right. So were you friends with the Tyler family before this, or did you not know them?
Yeah, I knew them. So Jamie, he's been throwing parties like for a long time. So I knew them like in a more casual setting, like cordial, like when we would go out, we would see them. Been following them on like Instagram and stuff, but we had never really like hung out before. So it was really interesting getting to know them, better on the show. So you'll see like how all the group dynamics and things kind of come together.
Okay. Us people. Okay. What was the first day of filming like for you? Were you nervous?
It was literally like, all right, we had to be here. We got mic. It was like, okay, walk in. And it was like, okay.
Here we go.
Right. It was like, here we go. So I just felt like for the first like couple minutes, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Like,
right.
I don't know. But after that, it just came really easy and really natural.
Okay.
It was just a first day like jitters, but after that, it was just like, okay, I got it.
Okay. So did you feel the pressure of always like need to have your hair and makeup done and stuff while filming, or were there days
like, yeah, a little bit. And I literally was just telling my best friend, I was like, oh, it was this one day I was so busy. We had other interviews. I had to be filming at a certain time. And I was like, my hair just kept getting bigger and bigger and puffy and puffy. I was like, I'm gonna hate that fucking episode. I was like, by the end of that fucking night, I looked like Chewbacca. I looked so crazy. So yeah, that was a little bit of pressure. That was a little bit of pressure, yeah.
Okay.
To be made up every day, things like that. I'm chilling at home with the kids, like, they're two me's, and
yeah,
the me that be home. I don't know if y'all want to see that me on
TV. So, are you nervous about the premiere episode?
I am. I'm anxious about it. I'm just ready to see it. Like, it's like, I know what happened. I know I was there, but it's like, it was also in January. So it's like, I can't remember everything I said, everything that I did. I don't know what the other people were saying when I wasn't around, when I wasn't being filmed. So I am really anxious about saying it. I'm hoping that our official trailer will be out soon. We don't even know. So when it comes out, so I'm hoping soon, and then we get to see it. I do feel like I'm gonna be like, on some parts, like, why do you say that, girl?
And you all will be out in May, correct?
May 16th or 14th.
Okay.
16th, whatever that Saturday is. Yep.
How do you think that the viewers will perceive you on the show?
I think that there are going to be people who absolutely love me. And then there are going to be people who fucking hate me. And I'm okay with both of them because you're not supposed to be everybody's cup of tea.
No. And at the end of the day, you're filming a show.
Exactly.
It's entertainment value too.
And it's like, if everybody saw you at, moments that normally wouldn't be filmed, people probably wouldn't like you either. So, but I do think I'm going to be received well. But I know that there are going to be people who, they're going to be coming for me.
Yeah, because I can tell already that you're going to be the one that's going to tell it like it is and probably give your opinion when it hasn't been asked.
Right, exactly.
Did nobody ask her?
Right, exactly. That's definitely going to be like, who she thinks she is? Tell us something like that. Me.
Ashley.
Exactly.
So, who are you the closest with amongst the ladies on the show?
Oh, wow. Probably Irena. Yeah, probably Irena.
Okay. So is there any tension between you and the other castmates?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just feel like y'all gotta wait and see. Like if somebody try me or you don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm such a sweetie pie side. No, I'm not.
So will we have like any shocking, like gag worthy moments this season?
Yes, we are going to have gag worthy seasons. It is entertaining for sure. Like things that took place in the past, like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. And then again, it's so like none of us were really like super close before. Right. So we're getting to know each other. We're all very different couples. We're super different, and yeah, it's gonna be some gag worthy stuff and things that go on in marriages that a lot of people don't like to talk about.
Right.
You know? So I think that those moments are gonna be like, oh, y'all going there. Like, yeah, we are.
Who would you say your husband is the most closest to out of the guys?
Well, him and Jamie have worked together before for years. All the guys are really are pretty cool. They all like really get along. Yeah.
Okay, I only got a few more questions for you. So, because you mentioned your mother, and it's funny. Are there any nosy meddling mamas on you guys' show?
No, not really. And it's like, damn, because my mom is nosy, but I just think like, maybe season 2. I'm hoping she'll loosen up if we get a season 2. But I think, at first she just was kind of, when the cameras came in, she was like, hello. I'm like, who are you saying hello to, Ma? Like, you're talking to me, like, hello. Like, so I think once my mom loosens up, she'll be that mom.
Okay. So did you feel like any of your other castmates like hyped up their personality while filming? Because in real life, they're not like that.
I actually feel like some people play like down themselves, and it's like, you ain't like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, oh, you don't want to show the real you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what do you hope to get out of being on Love and Marriage DC outside of promoting your businesses?
Yeah, I do hope that people just get to see that to have a successful marriage, for me, I believe, is like having fun, is being friends, is being down for one another. That is what, like, and it doesn't matter what anybody else says about your marriage, how anybody else coming to you. Like, you two got to be on the same page. Mm-hmm. You two got to understand that whatever it is, then that's on y'all. You know, and no matter what your mama, your friends, people on Instagram, they ain't the one that's married to you, so they don't matter. And I really want people to know that it is okay to have hard times in your relationship and fight through them and work through them. I just feel like we look at social media has us believing like, oh no, this is toxic, and toxic is real, but everything ain't toxic. Some shit is just a hurdle. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you got to work through the hurdles and you got to put that work in.
Yeah. 100%. So let everyone know how to reach you on social media and anything that you want to promote coming up. Let them know.
So you guys can reach me on social media at Ashley Brittney, ASHLEY, BRITTNEY, and at Funtime Moms is my podcast page, and at Fashion Ashton is our accessory line, and we have Mommy and Me. So I say girls are all age because I'm still a girl. Do not call me no lady. Do not call me ma'am. I am a girl. Okay.
Ooh, I hate when people call me ma'am. It gets on my nerves.
Right. So that we have a lot going on. We have the club. We have a DJ school, and then my book is called Do That Shit. Okay. It will be out, and like I said, I'm hoping mid-June.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you. Congratulations on the show and all of your other endeavors. I cannot wait for the show to begin. And hopefully, prayerfully, after this show has wrapped for the season, I'll be able to have you on again so we can talk about everything that happened. Yes, it was such a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.